All right, let's go ahead and wrap up Module 3. We've been talking about saving our workbooks in this module. This is Section 2, where I want to get into a couple things. I want to talk to you about file extensions, how to share, export, and also publish your files. We already talked about saving your file. If I hit the File tab, that'll take me into the Backstage view. And I went down to Save As, and I want to go ahead and browse, and I'll browse in Documents because that's where we just were. And here's the file that we just saved, My Sales Report. Notice at the end of it, it has an extension, .xlsx. This tells the computer this is a Microsoft Excel file, and to open it in any program that's compatible with Excel. I want you to notice that you do have other types that you can save your file as, and you may need these from time to time. For example, you might need the one that says CSV, comma delimited. Just so you'll know what this is, if you've ever seen a file that just looks like a line of text and it says name, comma, and then it says address, comma, and then the data is underneath and it's set up that way. That's what they call a CSV file. Sometimes when you export data, you'll need to save it in that format in order to be able to import it into other programs. Another one that you'll want to be familiar with is a PDF. If you ever want to save this file so that no one can actually make changes to it, you can save it in a PDF format. Now let me go ahead and close this because I want to show you that if you look over here, you've also got the option to share this. I can actually share this with other people that might be on my particular SharePoint server. If the SharePoint server has been set up at your company, then there are other people that might be working on the same file, and you can go ahead and share this with them and give them permission to do different things with the file. I can also email this directly to someone if I'd like. I can export this. Notice here again is the PDF option that I mentioned a few moments ago. You can actually create your PDF over here. You'll end up with the Excel file and the PDF file, both with the same name. I can also change the file type if I'd like, and this goes back to some of those we saw on the drop-down list just a few moments ago, like that CSV file that we mentioned. And the last one is to publish this. Microsoft has this feature called Power BI, and basically what that is it's a place where end users can go in and create their own reports, they can create dashboards, and they don't need to rely on the IT department to help them set all this stuff up. So if you want to collaborate on a meeting, for example, this would give you some interactive visualizations, and it's got some self-service business capabilities and things like that in there so that you can set it up all by yourself and maybe have a meeting with somewhere on the other side of the world. It's pretty cool how that works. It's called Power BI. Well, that's going to wrap up Module 3, where we've been talking about saving and some of these other options that you can do with your file. Why don't we go ahead now and move over into Module 4, and we're going to talk in this module a lot about working with larger workbooks and how we can search the file for different things and just basically manage a really large workbook. I will see you over in Module 4.